welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I've been gone for a very long time, but let's pretend like I haven't. Okay, please forgive me. But I'm back now, and to celebrate my return, I'm doing a giveaway, $100 giveaway. So if you want to participate in the giveaway, kindly leave a comment in the comment section below on this video or on my Instagram, and you'll be automatically entered and winner to be chosen in 10 days time. Alright, so to make this simple and easy to follow, I'm going to be talking on the key things you need to create your animation. So basically your timeline, your frame rate, and your frames. Within this, we'll discuss animation folders, animation cells, your onion skin, all that good stuff, how to import, how to export, layers, and so on and so forth. But those are the big three. Let's start with the basics, okay? So to begin your animation, click File, click New, and then click Animation. You can change your settings to your liking. If you would like to record a time lapse of your animation, make sure to check the box down below, because if you don't, then it's not going to record. However, if you already began and you think, oh shoot, I actually want to record this, you can simply just click over here and click Record Time Lapse. The timeline is where your animation is basically arranged, and it should pop up as soon as you open up a new animation product file. However, if you do not see it, don't stress. You click on Windows and then Timeline, click on Animation, Timeline, and then Enable Timeline. These blue bars here determine how long your animation is, and you can drag it to your liking. You can drag it all the way out or drag it all the way in to determine how short or how long your animation is going to be. To adjust your frame rate, which is the frames per second that your animation plays at, click on Animation, then Timeline, then Change Frame Rate, and you can change your frame rate from there. The onion skin tool works just as an onion skin tool would in pretty much any animation software. The onion skin helps you to see the previous drawing and even the future drawing, the next drawings. It can be extremely helpful for in-betweening work. It's located right over here. And if you want to change the settings of the onion skin tools, simply click on Animation, then Show Animation Cells, then Animation Skin Settings, and tweak them to your liking. I like to use the colors pink and blue for mine, just a personal preference, so you can also pick colors that you think will be best for you. Now, one thing that Clip Studio Paint that I really love is their import and export feature. You can import images, videos, 3D data, vectors, audio, and even more. And you can export your animations as a single layer, a webtoon, a video, an animated GIF, an animated sticker, a PNG sequence, an OpenToonz file. Pretty much you can do a lot of things in this application, okay? To create a new animation folder, click this button right here and you have a new animation folder. Animation folders in Clip Studio Paint are akin to layers in these other programs. However, it is a little bit different when it comes to things like cells, and that is why I'm going to be going into a lot of detail to explain how it works. So trying to explain animation folders, traditionally, different artists work on animation for different characters, and even more different artists worked on the coloring of those different characters. So for example, let's say you have a frame of Cinderella, and in it you've got Cinderella, and you've got her stepsisters Minerva and Calliope. Every single artist involved in the process is not going to be working on the same piece of paper. Everyone works on their own different pieces of paper. This person working on Cinderella's animation, this person working on Minerva's animation, this person working on Calliope's animation. All the animation for Cinderella will be stored in Cinderella's animation folder. All the animation for Minerva will be stored in Minerva's animation folder. And all the animation for Calliope will be stored in Calliope's animation folder. And that is the best way I can explain animation folders for Clip Studio Paint. Different characters and their colorings should have their own individual folders. Things are animated separately and then brought together by the final piece we watch on TV. Look at my animation timeline for 2 characters at a grocery store. Girl A has her own animation folder and Girl B has hers. It is very possible to animate 2 characters on the same paper or the same animation folders, and professionals do this all the time. However, I do think that this is an easier and more convenient way to animate, especially for us beginners. You can also use this for the same character with body parts that will be moving at different speeds. For example, here is my bend and snap animation. The character's body is held on 2s, while her breasts are animated on 1s for fluidity. So her body and her breasts have 2 separate animation folders because they have 2 separate speeds. You can see it here again with this animation I'm working on. Her body is on 2s and her breasts are on 1s, so I animated them on 2 separate folders. I hope I explained this as best as I possibly could. Next up, we move on to cells. So if you were to animate traditionally, you would get a stack of papers. And imagine you labeled all these papers. So let's say paper 1, paper 2, paper 3, paper 4, paper 5, paper 6, and paper 7. And you would draw on them, because that's what you do with papers, you draw on them. After drawing on them, you would flip through them to see how the animation sequence is coming along. Whoops, you don't like how paper 3 looks. You don't have to throw it away or delete the paper, it's a really good drawing. You just take it out of the sequence and you put it to the side, you put it aside. That paper is not deleted or thrown away, it still exists, but you don't want it to show up in your animation anymore, so you've put it to the side, you've taken it out. Later on, you might decide, actually, paper 3 would look really good if it came after paper 6. You can simply take the paper 3 you put aside and put it after paper 6. Still on this animation, you realize, actually, I would like to add one more drawing between paper 4 and 5 to flesh things out, you know. You can take a fresh piece of paper, draw on it, and put it between 4 and 5. And again, you can label this whatever you want. Paper 4 already exists, and paper 5 already exists, so you can call this one paper 4A. If you notice, by doing this, the name or number of your paper does not necessarily have to match the number it is in the order in which it appears. So you might note that paper 3 is called paper 3, however, it's actually number 8 on the timeline, in the animation. Essentially, the name of your paper does not necessarily have to correspond with the frame number on which it appears. In Clip Studio Paint, these papers are your cells. You can create a new cell, which is like getting a fresh blank piece of paper, and it will come labeled. However, you can change the label name if you want to. You can unassign cells to frames. This is like taking a paper out of the animation sequence and putting it aside. You have not thrown it away, you have not deleted this paper, it still exists, it is just no longer in the sequence. And you can assign cells to frames. So this is like taking a paper that you've previously drawn on and previously put aside, and then putting it in the animation sequence. If you are like me, who prefers to delete cells that I know I will no longer be using, you can simply do this by going into your layers panel here and clicking the trash icon up above. This will now delete the cell, it's gone for good this time. If you're also like me and you prefer that the name of your cell matches the order in which it appears in the timeline, simply click on Animation, Edit Track, and then Rename in Timeline Order. You can also manually do this by going into your Layers panel and renaming your papers however you want them. More about the Layers panel. In Clip Studio Paint, your Layers panel shows you the order in which your animation folders are stacked. You can move things around. You can even create regular folders to hold your animation folders. For example, if you wanted all your animation folders of your colors of the animation to all be in one folder, you would simply create a new folder and then put all of the animation folders in that folder. But these can come in handy if you want to keep your timeline clean and organized, and if you would like to be able to move all your elements together seamlessly. And that is the video. I really hope you liked it and learned something. So don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video and you want to support the channel. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye!